Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius moon, born in the year of the metal ram. All the possible Western sun and moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in a water sign. Basically motivated by deep emotional yearnings and desires. Recharges energy through intense emotional experience and intimate involvement with people. Sun in Scorpio. Creative energy penetrates surface experience through intense emotional power and intuition. Needs to express one's transformative energy, often into reforming the status quo. Craving for intensity, involving the core of human experience, often seeking this in deep, merging, usually highly sexual relationships. Level of vitality is connected to constant inner compulsive desires, sometimes obsessions. Flow of creative expression can be hindered by emotional fixations, reluctance to be open, and fear of losing control. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in water signs. Reacts to changing experiences with sensitivity and emotion. Feels comfortable with self when feelings are deeply involved. Moon in Pisces. Reacts sensitively, compassionately, empathetically, evasively, vulnerably, and idealistically. Periods of unfocused, freely imaginative daydreaming help bring emotional tranquility. Needs a sense of oneness with the world and the universe to feel secure and right about oneself. Nurtures others through healing compassion and sympathy. Feels secure when serving humanity or a spiritual ideal. Feelings about self are nebulous, which can inhibit self-understanding and confidence. Flows easily with changing situations. Contentment comes through giving of self and/or transcending the personal self and its fears. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science. Copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Pisces. Visionary, dreamer, romantic, sensitive, emotionally positive, with a divine discontent that nothing of this world will take away. Poetical and mystical if unafflicted. Makes a great gentleness in the person, but doesn't help in a worldly sense. Good for musicians and artists, for this gives a greatly heightened sensitivity to life. A great sympathy for the underdog. Suffering through the emotions for this position of the moon is difficult. Needs to strengthen the will in order to withstand the impact of negative vibrations from others. In a male chart, attracts a sensitive and sentimental female. Not overstrong physically. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. The four pure types, with both sun and moon in the same element, most vividly express the element involved. Such an emphasis on one element also represents an imbalance, so such types are liable to swing into their complementary or opposite element. Water-water combinations. Water is the element of feelings and imagination, and the English language is full of water imagery, which is descriptive of this type. The strongly water type is able to get into the mainstream and go with the flow. They drink in life's experiences, and nothing washes over them. They can gush with feelings, quickly go misty with emotions, and dissolve into tears. Sentimental and nostalgic about the past, this type can wax lyrical about his longings for times gone by, as does the Anglo-Irish dramatist Oliver Goldsmith, Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer. I love everything old. Old friends, old times, old manners, old books, old wine. This type can also at times be a wet blanket, especially to more boisterous fire types and restless air types. In politics, their compassionate natures incline them to be the caring and compassionate wets, rather than the airy dries with their doctrinal purity. Hardier types may consider water individuals to be drips and still wet behind the ears. But still waters run deep, and the feeling strengths of the double water type give the capacity to empathize with others and to show caring concern for everyone in need. This individual also has a rich imagination and often the ability to get inside the skin of another. Hence the poetic, artistic, and theatrical talents often come easily. A confusion of personal boundaries is, however, an occupational hazard of the strongly watery type. They can be so sensitive that they become psychic sponges, picking up moods and emotional undercurrents in the environment, and unable to differentiate their own feelings and needs from those of others. This type wants emotional security and emotional food, and because the two do not always come together in equal doses, they can easily get hurt. If wounded, this person can withdraw into an icy silence, but once their feelings are recognized and addressed, their heart quickly melts and thaws out, and they are soon back in the flow of things. Shadow side. Swimming in the seas of subjectivity does not make it easy for double water types to engage in clearly reasoned arguments or objective judgments. They know how they personally feel about people or situations, and that is their reality, rather than a collection of objective facts which lead indubitably to a logical conclusion. Hence, the strongly watery individual tends to remain irrational when they think they are being rational. This type needs to learn how to think things through with more detachment. Yes, they may have had a bad experience with a Malaysian taxi driver, but does that really make all the Malaysian race bad? The double watery type is also prone to cling in relationships because they provide the arena for the emotional exchange, containment, and security that is so vital for this individual's well-being. This type often needs to learn that letting go of just a little and allowing loved ones more room for maneuver usually strengthens rather than jeopardizes a relationship. Male versus female. Water is undoubtedly a female-oriented element, and hence generally much easier in our society for females to handle than males. Whilst men can be sympathetic, caring, and compassionate, it is still not easy for men in the West to show their feelings or to allow themselves to be seen dissolving into tears. In consequence, strongly watery men may actually swing into the opposite pole and become ultra-rational, detached, and unemotional to a degree that some would almost see as pathological. This can lead to men of this type and some women who take pride in showing no emotions and act only through reason. When this does happen, however, this type of polarized individual will always be found surrounded with highly emotional people and situations that act out the inner emotional life they find themselves unable to handle. This can be seen in the super rational husband with the hysterical wife, and the calm, reasonable psychologist who is deeply concerned in a supremely rational way to help those who have become confused and emotionally disturbed, quote unquote. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William Yu Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Pisces. A hanger-on. Many Scorpio Pisces have strong idealistic and altruistic urges. At one time or another, you might have felt the call of a religious life. You have a charismatic presence and a lot of willpower, but there are periods when you simply want to get out of the world. You may experience depression and mood swings. Tension in your immediate surrounding is generally the cause of this. Maybe because you fear your own power, forceful people appall you. Your signs are both water signs, and this gives you an uncanny power to adapt promptly to almost any circumstance. You are able to take on the feel of your surroundings. You comprehend things others are unable to. You are tuned in, aware, and have an ability to sense things. You know innately the difference between right and wrong, and no one ever has to tell you. You are very scrupulous. It does not matter how successful you are in life. Kindness guides your actions. You are always heedful not to impinge on anyone else's territory. You are very aware of the evil and maliciousness that exists in the world. You are an excellent actor, and playing roles is common for the Scorpio Pisces. However, it is crucial that you be yourself at times. The roles you play do help with advancement, but on the other hand, you could lose your being altogether in the march to try to be everything to everyone. You have a lot to ascertain about yourself, like all deep individuals do, and many of the answers you look for can be found within. Just be certain you do not overdo the soul-searching. You may become too withdrawn for your own best interest if you do not stay socially active. Your special ability to assimilate knowledge lets you quickly learn just about anything you want to. You would be excellent in creative and artistic pursuits. Impractical phobias or superstitions should be guarded against because of your limitless imagination. Use it in your profession instead. Scorpio Pisces are very lucky people. You will not run into many issues or turmoil in life because this combination is quite balanced. However, there is a risk of permitting yourself to accept less rather than taking on the challenges and opportunities that are frequently there for you. Make yourself be more assertive because you have a lot to give to the world. Self-contemplation is very significant for you. Notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Pisces, your greatest strengths. Intense, passionate commitment and dedication to whatever you do. Ability to capture the imagination and to come back fighting. Your greatest weaknesses. Addiction to your emotions, lurid imagination, lack of objectivity, and penchant for strategy and subterfuge. Images for integration. Madame Curie works for the Red Cross whilst dedicating herself to solving the mysteries of radioactivity. Long John Silver with ruthless charm becomes a successful entrepreneur.